Okay, so we're gonna start because we're doing our heart chakra tonight. So we're gonna bring one block going this direction underneath our shoulder blades. So it's gonna be right at the base of our shoulder blades. The bottom of our shoulder blades is where the bottom of the block is gonna go. And then you're gonna open your arms. And then this is where your second block might be in handy. You put it up at that medium setting to put underneath your head. So if you don't want support, you don't have to have support under the head. You can let the back of your head hang off the block to open up the cervical spine, because most of us are leaning forward so much, looking at our phones or computers or whatever, that this will help to create some space in the cervical spine. So if you want, you can remove the block from behind your head and let your head hang off. And then you get to decide where your legs go. So your legs can stay bent. You can keep the knees bent if there's any low back pressure. Or if you want, experiment with lengthening out the legs, letting the feet fall open. So whatever feels good for your legs. And I'm just going to come around. Oh, no, we're going to go this way. Oh, is it right at the bottom of the shoulder blades? Is that right there? Okay, and then you can open your arms this time. And then you squat a little bit. No. Oh, medium side. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now this might be a little bit. Oh, I might be too low. There we go. Is that at the base of your shoulder blades?
It is. Oh, that's, yeah.
That's better?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, that was hurtful. You never want pain in yoga. Your block is going vertical down your spine. Yeah, cool.
Just making sure I can't see.
Okay. And your blocks are going vertical down your spine, long ways. Yes.
Yes, all right, thanks.
All right. So now just let your body land on the earth as you feel the block supporting your shoulder blades, perhaps a block supporting your head or not. Just feel the support that's there beneath you. And as you connect with that support, start to connect with the support inside of you as your breath begins to flow in and flow out. Continuing to hold the connection with your breath as it moves in and moves out. And now start to notice the bones that are in your body, supporting your body, keeping you upright. Now, as you notice all the bones and you continue to follow the breath, just invite all of the bones in your body to just start to soften. And just let your entire body be held in this space without doing anything, but witnessing the breath move in and move out. And maybe what you're doing is finding more ease. So how can you find even more ease here as your breath fills your body? As you arrive here, let yourself just arrive here at this present moment we're in. Start in this nice, beautiful heart opening space. Perhaps you can begin to invite some breath through the heart space that is closest to the sky right now. So tonight we're working with our heart chakra. And in this space, the color is green in our heart space. So maybe as you breathe, perhaps you can envision the color green or not. Let that expand throughout your being. the element here is air. So how can we be more like air? And maybe our heart can be more like the screen door that lets the air move in and move out without attaching to anything. So our heart represents, it is the gateway to our soul. This sacred space connects you to all other living things. An open heart transmutes fear, separation, and distrust. To open your heart is to open yourself up to divine love, connection, information, and trust. By choosing love, we discover our soul's true essence and purpose, and we step into alignment with grace, peace, and harmony. So tonight on the mat, let's practice discovering more of ourselves through our body and our being as we listen and trust the wisdom that comes from within us. Knowing that that is keeping us on a path of grace, peace, and harmony. The color is green. The element is air. So we open up the gateway to our soul. Let's take a few more breaths, opening up the heart space. And if your arms are by your body, next to your hips, maybe let your arms reach out to the letter T. And just create even just a little bit more space. And if you want to experiment with taking the block out from under your head, maybe do that now for just the next few breaths so that you can create just a little bit more space. Let's take the next 3 breaths here on the block to invite in our intention, maybe something from what I said or something else altogether. Breathe that into your heart space to carry with you through class. The mantra that I will return to throughout class is I am love, love is me. So we breathe that in. We're going to begin to roll off to the side, either side, and just remove the block or blocks out from under your back. And you can just put those up by your head, maybe above your head so that you don't run into them. And then let's keep the knees bent for now. And we're going to just bring our hands, bring our fingertips up to the sky. Let's bring our palms to face one another. And now just bend your hands and bring them to the elbows. And now just rock your elbows side to side. So we're just rocking side to side with the elbows, keeping the shoulder blades on the earth. And now bring your elbows back to the center and let's lengthen the arms back to the sky. And now make your hands into fists and slowly bend the knees, draw them into the chest and lengthen the legs up to the sky with a micro bend in the knees. Keep the knees softly bent. Let's start to circle the wrist and circle the ankles as we circle the hands and the feet in the sky. Paint the canvas of the sky with I am love and love is me. And now reverse your circles, go the other way. Remembering you can only do it right. So now still the hands and still the feet. Let's slowly draw the knees into the chest. And as we rock, just rock side to side, holding your knees with your hands or your shins or the back of your thighs, whatever you can hold. And then move into a circular motion with the knees. Go in one direction as the knees go together in a circle. And now let that circle reverse and go the other way. Feel the low back and sacrum just softening down. So now bring stillness to your body, still the knees, and let's open the arms to the letter Y or to the letter T. Open them out. Hopefully you have space. You can come to goalpost arms if you need to. Let's exhale, let the knees drift to the right, slowly exhaling over to the right with the knees. Now let the gaze soften, open over to the left. Now remembering with yoga, we honor our breath and our body. So we never force anything. So if you're ever in pain, please back off and listen to the wisdom of your body. I am love. Love is me. Now, as you inhale, draw the gaze up and the knees up as you engage the core. Exhale, let the knees draw left as the gaze falls right. Feel yourself expanding both ways. And invite the shoulder blades to reach for the earth to anchor you here. So now with your next inhale, slowly draw the gaze up. Inhale, draw the knees up. And now we're going to peel our knees open. Keep the feet together. So you're kind of making a butterfly diamond position with your heels above your pelvis. So we got that diamond position. Now we're going to bring our hands together and interlock them, except for that index finger. Point that index finger, shine it forward. So all the other fingers are interlocked. Now we're going to point the index fingers under our heels, between our legs. And as we inhale, we're going to lift our head if we want and engage the core, like we're pressing the fingers between the legs. And then exhale, lower the head back down. So we're engaging the transverse abdominals as we come up. Inhale, draw in, and then come back down. So we are shooting that arrow of love between our legs. And just starting to generate a little bit of heat. Let's do 3 more here. And no, you can always stay on your back if the core work isn't for you. Finishing up. And then come back center, draw the knees back together. And now let's slowly lengthen out the whole body. So send the feet to the earth, send the arms overhead, lengthen out your whole body now. And then we're going to take the left hand, the thumb and index finger, wrap it around the right wrist. Press the right wrist away from your body as you press the right heel away. Act as if you're being pulled on the right side body. Growing a little bit longer. And then slowly exhale, return to neutral and switch the hands. So now the right hand, the thumb and index finger wrap around the left wrist. Press the left palm away as you press the left heel away, flexing through the foot. Grow longer on the left side. Now return to neutral, release the hand, release the foot. And now let's bend through the knees again. And we're going to gently begin to rock forward and back. So get that nice massage on the back. So draw the knees in and just rock forward and back. Hold on to the back of the thighs and rock. And when you're ready to find your way up, find your seat bones, find the balancing point if you can, and keep that heart reaching forward. Keep the tall spine. The moment your spine begins to round, drop your feet to the earth. Maybe release the hands if you want to add on. Breathe here. And then slowly set the feet down. And let's find a nice easy cross. So whatever cross you want, or long legs, whichever feels good. And this might be a great place for you to grab your blocks again if you want to sit on your blocks so that you have some height underneath you. And the reason we do that is to bring our hips higher than our knees. Because that'll help with some of that pinching there. And then
You're using two?
Huh? I am using two. I put two blocks together so that my whole butt would be supported. Put them both together. You grab both blocks and put them right next to each other. It's great when you have two, and then you can sit on top of them just like this. That way our full butt's supported. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I like to be supported.
If you have a really tiny butt.
Well, then you can get on one block. Go ahead.
I was wondering about that. I was kind of concerned there.
Go ahead. You girl. All right. So now let's bring our hands to meet the earth outside of our hips. And then we're going to begin to turn the right palm up to the sky, reach it high, and now reach it over to the left. Let that other hand meet the earth. So now breathe through the side body as you let that right hip reach over and down. So let's take one more breath, breathing in through that whole side body. And then let that next inhale bring you up, bring both hands high. Exhale, let that right hand meet the earth as the left hand reaches over. And now glue the left hip down. So now feeling the side of the heart opening here, breathing in through the left side body. I am love. Love is me. And now take your inhale, slowly rise up high to the sky. We're going to revolve over to the left. So slowly revolve, let the hands soften down to the thigh, to the earth behind you like a kickstand. And now sitting up as tall as you can, soften through the shoulders. And now as you grow even taller, imagine you're twisting on the exhale from the navel center. Inhale, I am love. Exhale, twist. Love is me. And now let that next inhale bring you back forward as you return forward, reaching your hands high. Exhale, revolve over to the right. Let the hands soften down to the outer thigh, maybe the inside calf. And then the earth behind you like a kickstand. So once again, breathing in, feel the elongation all the way up through the crown, and then exhale, twist through from the navel center. Notice how those shoulders are. Can you soften them down as you're exhaling? Breathing in, I am love. Exhaling out, love is me. So now let's take our inhale, rise up, reach your hands high. Exhale, paint the canvas down in front of you. Let the hands float down. And now forward fold. Soften forward, wherever your body can take you. And then feel free to shake your head out a little bit here. Perhaps shake it no, shake it yes. Take 2 more breaths as you're folded forward. Feel the back of the heart just opening gently. And then begin to rise up on your inhale. Slowly walk your hands back. And then we'll bring our hands or fists behind us. Slowly take your time. And then let's lift the heart space up to the sky. Lift it high. Look up to the sky if you can. Or keep your chin tucked, looking forward. Inhale here. I am love. And love is me. And now slowly soften the gaze. Slowly walk your hands forward. We're going to shift our cross. So just shift your weight back so you can switch your cross so the other foot's in front. And we're going to just go into our forward fold here. So now exhale, begin to fold and melt forward and down. Once again, feeling the back the spine unfurl. And now take your next inhale, guide your body back up, take your time. So now if we're sitting on blocks, which I think most of us are, let's remove those blocks. We'll just put those by the front of our mat so that they're there for us. And then we're gonna unfold our legs. So let's begin with the right leg. We're gonna keep the left foot inside of our right thigh. So we kind of have like a half straddle position, whatever version. You might need to move some of the fluff out from under you so that the fluff out from under your seat bones so your seat bones are anchored. And then let's anchor the right hand outside of the thigh. Actually, let's bring the right hand on top of the shin. That's what we're gonna do. And then we're gonna inhale the left arm up, and then you can begin to trace the shin with your hand as you reach over. So your hand, that left hand, it can reach towards the big toe if you want, or you just stay where you are. The right hand might reach for it too. So whichever hand feels like it wants to reach it, it can. Let's create even just a little more space through the side body. And if you're holding on to your big toe, start to let go and then let that inhale guide you back up. We're going to bring that left hand behind our hip. This is an option. We're going to inhale, lift up that right hand, lift up our hip, reach back diagonally behind us. Feel that space, breathe here. I am love, love is me. And then exhale, lower the hips back to meet the earth, lower that hand down, and then we're going to switch legs. So now lengthen out that left leg. Let's draw that right foot in. And now once again, we'll turn that left palm up to the sky with our hand resting on our knee or our shin. And slowly inhale up with the right arm, reach up and over as you trace the shin with the back of your hand. So feel free to grab onto the big toe with your peace fingers, either side. I am love. Love is me. Let your body be invaded with love. And then if you're holding on to the big toe, let it go. Slowly inhale, rise up. We're going to drop that right hand or fist behind the hip. And then inhale up, lifting the hip, extending the front leg, sending the toes, reach the hand back diagonally. And now exhale, lower the hips, slowly take your time, let your hand come back. Now let's cross both feet at our ankles, and we're going to press our body forward, coming onto our hands and knees. So grab your padding here. So if you need extra padding, you can fold your blanket. So we'll just bring our hands right underneath the shoulders. Shoulder width apart, and then knees are right underneath the hips, hip width apart. All right, so let's look between our knees and make sure we can't see our big toes. Tuck them so they're kind of hidden behind the calves. And now let's move through the back body. So let the belly soften towards the earth, lift the heart, lift the gaze, lift the hips. And now as you exhale again, let the back body start to lift to the sky as you lower the head and you lower the hips. So now move through your cat-cow breath as you let the spine move up and down, furling and unfurling. And give yourself permission to add any organic movement here that might feel good. As you're flowing, just notice the weight in your hands. See if you can direct the energy a little bit more through the thumb and index finger side of the palms. Let's move up and down with that spine just one more time each direction. And then let's begin to find our nice neutral flat back. So we want to have a nice flat back, navel to the spine. We're gonna just go ahead and start to hover the right hand, left knee. So this may be where we stay, as we are just hovering the hand and the knee above the earth. This is beautiful. If you wish to add on, send the heel back, send the fingertips forward. So active energy through the heel, pressing in through the heel, like you're pressing the wall, beautiful. And then keep the gaze down at the earth, between the hands. Keep your breath. Remember, we hold the poses, never our breath. Our breath is our constant companion. One more breath, breathe it in all the way from the fingertips to the heel. I am love, love is me. Now exhale, let the hand and the knee meet the earth. And then we're gonna do the other side. So start with the hover, left hand, right knee. Feel the navel to the spine, engage the core. Stay here or add on, send the heel back, fingertips forward, find your table, balancing. Are you breathing? Two more breaths. Breathing in, I am love. Exhaling, love is me. Now soften the hands, soften the knee. Let's draw the big toes together and sink our hips back to our heels into our child's pose. Walk your arms forward, let the forehead meet the earth. And if it doesn't, I know we're here, bring a block underneath your head. Now just rock your forehead side to side. Leave any final thoughts that you're still carrying from your day, leave them in the earth. So if your head is rocking, find stillness and be here now. On our next inhale, make your way back to your table position. And then you can start to shift forward to kneeling plank. So walk your hands, one hand forward so you can find that kneeling plank. So breathe here as you're in your kneeling plank, navel to the spine, keep breathing. And then we're gonna lower down to the earth. So hug the elbows in as you bend the elbows back in space, lower down, hover if you can above the earth, pause and breathe. And then exhale, melt your body all the way down. Walk your big toes back so you're reaching for the back edge of your mat. And then bring your hands right alongside of your chest. Keep the elbows hugging in. When you're ready, inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. We're just looking slightly forward. Doing our Sphinx pose. Let's breathe here, feeling the low back strengthening. Feeling the elbows magnetize together. Now exhale, lower the forehead down, tuck the chin. So we're gonna come up a little bit higher. So let's come to our elbows. So draw your elbows underneath your shoulders and create the number 11 with your forearms. Beautiful. So now just release your glutes. So rock your hips a little bit so your glutes relax. And now as you exhale, look back over one shoulder, looking back in space. As you inhale, look back forward. Exhale, look over the other shoulder. Let's inhale, coming back together. Exhale, spread the elbows. Let your forehead rest on your pillow, which is your hands. You might need to move your block. It might be in your way. So you may decide when we move to the next pose. But if your blocks are right by your chest outside your mat, they might be in the way. So we're going to begin by reaching that right arm out horizontally. So just reach it right out from your shoulder. Then bring your left hand underneath your shoulder. Now press through the left toes, roll to the right side body. Let the head rest on the earth. And maybe you stay here, or if you want to go further, draw that left leg behind you so the foot finds the earth behind your leg, bending at the knee. If that's too far, just keep your legs stacked. And on your next exhale, make your way back to your belly, lengthen out the left leg if it's bent, come back to your belly, draw the right arm under the shoulder. Now lengthen the left arm out from your shoulder horizontally. Slowly press through the right hand, roll to the left side body. Head is held by the earth. Now decide if that right leg wants to come back, bend the knee, draw the foot behind the leg. Breathing in, I am love. Love is me. As you exhale, slowly lengthen out that right leg. Come back to your belly. Let's bring our hands under our shoulders. We're going to hug the elbows in. Press yourselves up into table position. So walk your hands back so you're in your table position. Yep, grab your knee pads. And then we're going to walk our hands, at least one hand print forward. So walk your hands, one hand print forward. Shine the index fingers forward. Spread your fingers wide like starfish. Now flex the feet. Some of you are already going there. Lift the knees and lift the hips to the sky. Downward dog. So now let's start to lengthen out just the right leg. Send the right heel towards the earth as the left knee stays bent. Now start to bend the right knee and lengthen out the left leg as you send the left heel towards the earth. Beautiful job. And try to plug those shoulders in. So we're just pedaling our dog. So now start to pedal out the legs. And just bend the knees as much as you need. Yep, there we go. Now walk your dog. So bend one knee at a time, lengthen out the other leg. Just continue to walk your dog, finding a little more length through the hamstrings. And if it's too intense in downward dog, come back to child's pose. You always have options. So now we're going to start to still our legs and bend both knees. Look between the hands, and we're going to take that right foot. We're going to lift it to the sky, keeping the left leg bent. We're going to send the right foot between the hands. And now, if you move your blocks, go ahead and grab them. Hopefully they're not too far away. Forgot to say that before. Just going to try to push them to you.
Thank you.
Didn't break it in time. All right, so now we've got our ankle right beneath our knee. So do a quick visual check. Is your ankle right beneath your knee, that right ankle? All right, so let's start to soften down that left knee. So bring your padding underneath, whatever needs it. All right, so now let's bring our blocks up to that higher setting. Let's start there. So now we're supported. So this is a great place to stay. You want to square those hips forward. So left hip drawing forward, right hip drawing back. All right, maybe you stay there or maybe you bring your hands up. You decide. Your hands can always stay on the blocks. So now let's catch the love that we are as we come into goalpost arms. And now let's expand the love that we are as we open our arms to the letter T. Now turn the palms back up to the sky, reach it up high, and melt the hands down to meet the heart. So we're going to start to revolve. If you want to have more support, bring that left hand down to the earth. If you want to stay up, let's slowly revolve. Keep your hands at your heart, revolve towards that right knee. And then maybe let that outer elbow reach for the outer thigh. And remember, if that's not for you, bring your left hand right underneath the shoulder, reach the right hand high. Let that earth hold you. It's there for you. So wherever you are, feel the belly pressing into the thigh. And then we're going to slowly unwind. So if your elbow's down, draw it up, come back to the front. And then we're going to lower our hands to meet the blocks. All right, let's lift up that rear left leg, and then we're gonna take the right block inside edge of the right foot. So both blocks are inside. Now take your yogi stroll and pivot both feet, so now you're in your straddle position. So now we're gonna use our blocks to support our head. So let's start with 2 blocks. Experiment with the height of the blocks so that your head can be fully supported. So one might need to be tall, one might need to be short. But we want to have our head fully supported so that we can let go of any holding. So experiment with the height of your blocks. And then let's reach our hands forward in space. So you can keep reaching forward in space, but if your hands feel like they want to go to your feet, they can go there too. So now as you breathe and you let your head be held, let your hips support you as the outer edges of your feet anchor you here. So now let the wisdom of your heart flow down to your mind as your head is supported. So now wherever your hands are, start to walk them back underneath the shoulders. Let's inhale, lift our head up. We're going to return our blocks. So bring one block forward, bring both blocks forward actually. We're going to start to take our yogi stroll, but keep the rear foot as it is. So keep the rear foot parallel, just pivot the front foot. And then we'll take our yogi stroll so that our front foot is forward, our rear foot is still parallel with the short edge of our mat, and our blocks are now framing that front leg. All right, so once our blocks are framing that front leg, make any adjustments you need. We're going to start to cartwheel up, beginning with the left arm, reverse cartwheel up with your arms, coming up to warrior two. Take your time. There's never any need to rush. So now let's refine the pose. Let's check the front knee. We want it going out over the second and third toes. So if you can, you bend the knee so it's stacked right above that ankle. Now as we breathe here, let's inhale and find some length through the front leg. Extend the front leg. So now both legs are long. We're going to reach out from that hip, from the front hip. So reach out from that right arm. And now find your block behind the calf and find your support in triangle. So you can bring the block to a taller setting if you'd like. And breathe here. So that top arm can stay there, or you can bend at the elbow, bring the back palm to the low back. The back palm might even reach around to the side body, and it might even reach around to the outer thigh. So just breathe here into the open hips here. And now if that rear arm is folded down, reach it back high to the sky. We're going to let that inhale pull us up. So engage the core, draw your body up. One more time, sink forward, warrior two. So now let's become the stars that we all are. Let's inhale, extend the front leg, reach the arms to the letter Y. I am love. And now exhale, warrior two. Love is me. So let's flow through that 3 times. Inhale, I am love, reach high, letter Y. Exhale, love is me. 2 more times. Rise, maybe look even up. Keep thinking about that knee going out over the second, third toe. Last time, rising up. Exhale, soften, warrior two. So now we're going to reverse our cartwheel down. So let the right arm lead, let the left arm follow. Cartwheel the arms down, frame the front leg. Let's pivot the rear foot. We're going to take a step forward. So bend the left knee, step forward into your forward fold. And now hang here in your forward fold. So let your knees be soft. Use your blocks to support you here if you need them. And then let the head rock a little, maybe a little side to side rocking. Now, if you're rocking, let's find stillness. We're going to begin to trace our shins with our fingertips and plug the fingertips right below the knees. Inhale, rise, active back extension, L-shaped body. Keep looking down at the earth. Now bend at the knees, draw your hands back to your hips, elbows to the sky. Inhale, rise up, lift your hands up. And now let the hands come down to the heart space. And now inhale, rise up again with the arms, drop the arms down behind you now. Interlock the hands behind your back, charge the knuckles down as you look up to the sky. Now feel the shoulder blades drawing together as your collarbones expand. Breathe in, I am love, and love is me. So now decide, do you want to stay upright or do you want to come into your forward fold bow? If you're coming down, let's lower the gaze, lower the hands, bend at the knees, hinge at the hips, let the head come down beneath the heart, and then draw your arms back to the sky as you keep a soft bend in the knees. Let the belly be held by the thighs. Let the wisdom of your heart drop down to your mind. Now begin. Exhale, lower the hands down, unlock the hands, come to your forward fold. Everybody's down. All right. So now we're going to take that right foot, we're going to step the right foot back. So step it back, wiggle the toes back there, and then walk your hands back so the blocks are right underneath your shoulders at the medium or high setting. Now we'll start to soften the rear knee down at whatever support we might need there, and then relax the foot back. All right, now assess this side body. Let's draw that right hip forward, left hip back. All right, decide if you're going to come up. Maybe you start with just your fingertips on the blocks, and maybe you come up to the sky. Take your time. So let's expand the expression of love that we are. Let's catch the love that we are as we come into our goalpost arms. I am love. And now lengthen out the arms to the T. And love is me. Good job watching your good things around you. And now draw the hands back up to the sky and immerse it down into the heart to plant the love into our hearts. So now decide as we revolve, do you want to bring your right hand under the shoulder to revolve, or do you want to just keep your hands at your heart and slowly revolve to the left knee, going towards the left knee, and then maybe that outer elbow reaches for the outer thigh or not. That's always an option. Breathing in, I am love. Love is me. The belly and the thigh again. And now if your elbow's down, draw the elbow up, return back forward, and then we'll return the hands to the blocks. We're going to flex the rear foot, lift the rear knee. Now bring both blocks to the inside edge of the left foot. Let's take our yogi stroll again into our straddle position. And now you get to choose where you go for your straddle forward fold. So you can use the blocks or not to support your head. You get to choose if you want to do like a little playing here with your lateral side lunge, or maybe you stay long legs and you just rock your hips. Maybe this time you reach through behind you. So reaching through the center of your legs, letting the head reach for the earth. Maybe you can go to a lower setting of the block. I am love. Love is me. So we're gonna start to make our way back to the center. So if you're doing your lateral side lunge, just go ahead and finish up each side. And then begin to bring your hands underneath the shoulders. Take your time, walk your hands there under the shoulders. You can use your blocks or not. So now we're gonna draw the right hand forward, left hand back. So reach the right hand forward, reach the left hand between your legs. And now look underneath the right arm or maybe above the right arm. And now release the left hand and then the right as the gaze comes back to the center. And then reach the left hand forward as far as you can. Reach the right hand through the center of your legs. And now look under the left arm or above. We're expanding love in all directions. So now release the right hand and then the left. Bring your hands back to your blocks or to the earth. We're going to keep that rear right foot right as it is. Let's take our yogi stroll back forward, just pivoting only the front foot. So just the front foot pivots. Bring your blocks if you want them with. And then maybe come to that higher setting of the blocks. If your stance feels too wide, just heel toe the rear foot in a little bit. All right, let's begin with the right arm as we reverse cartwheel up. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. Breathe here and then keep the bend through the front knee. Now breathe here as you are strong, fierce warriors that you are. Oh, there's the clock on. We thought we fixed it, maybe not. So now we're going to start to move to triangle. So let's lengthen out the front leg. Let's reach out from our left hip and then find the block outside of the calf to support you, or bring your hand to the shin. So now it may feel as if the shoulders are stacking. Maybe you can imagine you're up against a wall with the shoulders and the hips up against the wall. So now let that top hand either stay there or bend at the elbow, bring the back palm to the low back. Continue to breathe. I am love. Love is me. Good job listening. So if that top arm is folded back, reach it back high to the sky. Begin to engage the core. Inhale, rise. Reach back up, sink into your warrior two, soften back forward. All right, so now we're going to do that little flow where we turn our palms up to the sky, reach up to the letter Y as the front leg lengthens out. Exhale, turn the palms down, warrior two. Turn your palms up. I am love. Reach high. Look high if you'd like. Exhale, soften, warrior two. Love is me. Two more times. Breathing in, drawing in. Softening and expanding into more of you. Last time, reaching high to the sky. Exhale, soften. So now we're back in warrior two. Breathe here for just another breath. Feel the hips opening. And now cartwheel the hands down, frame the front leg with your hands on the blocks. Once you get there, pivot the rear foot. And then we're going to set the blocks off to the side. We're coming out this time different than we did before. So set the blocks off, anchor your hands in. We're going to step back left. If you need more space, come back. Stepping back to down dog, final downward dog. Pedal out those heels one more time. Bend one knee at a time as you let the other heel reach for the earth. So pause in your final downward dog. Let's plug the shoulders into their sockets. Plug the low bottom ribs in. Lift the hips to the sky. Navel to the spine. Notice the hands press through the index finger thumb side. Now begin to soften both knees. Relax the knees down. Walk your hands back. We're just going to sit back on our heels. We're going to do a nice uncomfortable position. So we're going to sit back on our heels with our feet flexed. And now just bring your hands to your heart. I know it's uncomfortable. So our feet are flexed, our toes are pressing into the earth if you can. It's really uncomfortable, I know. So maybe close the eyes here as your hands are there at your heart. Breathe into the foundation. Breathe even more love into your foundation so that we are rooted in love, so that we can be the love that we wish to see. Two more breaths here. Now gently blink the eyes open, lower the hands down, walk your hands forward, release the feet. Let's make some noise with the tops of our feet. So just kind of tap the earth with the tops of your feet. And then relax your feet, still the feet. Let's cross the feet at our ankles and sink our hips back behind our feet, or however you want to get back to your seat. Let's find our way there and we'll scooch ourselves to the center of our mat. So let's breathe here. We're going to keep our feet here on the earth with our knees bent. Keep your shoulders right above the hips. Let's reach our arms forward. We're going to act like we are the bow and we're going to release the arrow. So let's draw back the bow with the right arm, drawing back, bending the elbow. And now release the bow, reach forward. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, release. Let's do that a couple more times. Drawing back the arrow of love to be released. We got two more on each side. Last little bit of core work. Finishing up that last side. I am love. Release that arrow. Final one. Love is me. Release that arrow. Now let the hands come down. Let the knees fall open. Find your butterfly pose. And once we're in butterfly, let's sit tall. So the soles of the feet are together. Sitting tall, knees are open to the side. Let's hinge from our hips, lead with our heart, fold forward. If you can, keep a flat back for just this moment. Keep the gaze looking down to the earth. Send the breath through the inner thighs. And now if you wish to fold forward and down, go ahead, let the back body round, let the head come towards your feet. Feel free to use those elbows to gently press the knees open. And now as we inhale, let's slowly rise up. Let's draw our knees up together. And then we're going to roll on down to our back. So roll down as slow as you can. Go as slow as you can, rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time. And then lengthen the whole body back out again. Send the arms overhead. Send the feet away. Expand the fingers. Expand the toes. So now begin to draw just the right knee in. So begin to draw the right knee in and let's hold the right knee with our hands. We're going to start to flex through the left foot. So active energy through the left leg. Now hold the left hip with the left hand and we're going to start to draw that right knee open out to the armpit. So as if we're drawing that right knee up and out. So breathe here. So if this feels like a good place to stay, I invite you to stay here. If you wish, you can come into the half happy baby. So we're gonna slowly bring our hand to our calf, to the outside edge of the foot, maybe it's even to the back of the thigh. We're gonna come into that half squatting position with the sole of the foot parallel to the earth. So if this is too intense, please go back to the first version. So now release what you're holding on to, rebend the knee and draw the knee back into the body. So now the knee's inside of the body. Let's take the left hand to the outside edge of the right knee, open that right arm out horizontally, and now draw that right knee over to the left. Now let your shoulder blades be your anchors. Now let your gaze drift over to the right. I am love. Love is me. Take another full body breath here. Let that inhale, gently guide your gaze back and your knee back. We'll hold that right knee and then draw the left knee in. Now, once the left knee's in, lengthen out the right leg, flexing through the foot, active energy through the right side. Now take your right hand to the hip to hold it in place. And now we'll do the same thing here. Draw that left knee out and open and up to the left armpit. So remember, you can stay just as we are. You're perfect just as you are. If you want to add on, reach for the back of the thigh, the calf, or the outer edge of the foot into your half happy baby. So this is where that left or that right hip is going to come off of the earth. So just keep the right hand there, trying to invite it to go down. I know mine's off the earth. It's okay. You just want to invite it to stay there. I am love. Love is me. Take another 2 breaths here in your half happy baby. And then if you're holding on to something, release what you're holding on to, rebend the knee, draw the knee back inside of the body, taking your time. So now take the right hand to the outer edge of the left knee, open the left arm out horizontally, draw the left knee over across to the right, and now let the gaze fall to the left as the shoulders start to move down to the earth to anchor you here. Perhaps begin to notice the subtle differences between the 2 sides. So at the next inhale, bring your gaze up and your knee up. Let's draw both knees back into the body. Get your last back body release. So you can circle the knees to get that low back. If you need a full back body release, come to your happy baby, the full happy baby, and rock side to side. So let your body be your guide. And begin to move into stillness. Start to draw the knees back together if they're separate. Let's pull our body into a nice tight ball. So draw everything in as you squeeze in. Pull in all the love that you are. And now expand into all the love that you are. Love is me. Breathe out and find your comfortable resting position. So I'm going to come around and do just a little shoulder press. If that is not for you, you can bring your hands to your heart so that I know and I can honor that. So now let your breath and invite your breath to fill your body again. Maybe you're imagining, or you can imagine you're breathing it in from the soles of your feet, letting it work its way up. And if you meet any spaces that are still holding, invite the breath to move even more deeply into that space and soften it. As you feel the full back body on the earth, just feel the earth greeting your back body. There's that reminder to let go again. Once you feel your back body fully being met by the earth, invite the mid body, all the bones, to soften into the back body. Now that the bones in the mid body have softened down into the back body, invite the front body to soften and sink down into all the layers of you. Even feel the skin softening down into your bones. Now feel the porous skin absorbing the love all around you. Allow it to absorb the love that you are. As I end with this quote from I can't say his name, Hafiz. Even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, "You owe me." Look what happens with a love like that. It lights the whole sky. And just rest and be still now. slowly come back to the rhythm of your breath. Breathing in, filling the belly, rise. I am love. Breathing out, feeling the belly fall. Love is me. And now maybe start to find some gentle movement to bring you back. Starting with the fingers and toes, working your way up. Then we're just going to begin to find our way to one side of our body. So whenever side is beckoning to you, roll to that side and find that fetus position. Let your side body be held for just this breath. So breathe in gratitude for investing this time in yourself and connecting with yourself. So when you're ready, begin to press through the top hand, find your way up to seated as we find a nice easy cross or hero pose, however we want to find our seated position. You know, we're in different directions, so face whatever way you're in. And then we'll bring our hands outside of the hips, soften the gaze down. Sitting tall, let's turn the palms up to the sky, breathing in, I am love. Let the hands come together overhead, meet at the top of the head, above the head. Hands together. And now come down to the heart as you remember love is me as your hands melt down into the heart space. Let's plug the thumbs in and we're going to end with our Om sound today to connect with the universal oneness that we all are connected to. So we're going to breathe in together and I will guide us. And then as we exhale, for the duration of the exhale, we will say Om. So let's go ahead and breathe in. Bow your head when you're complete. And namaste, my friends. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.